What's up, YouTube? It's Robert, and we just got done unloading two of the electric vehicles and loading one of the new 2017 Gems up on the truck and getting our spreadsheet put together. And just to give you guys an idea of everything that I deal with here, I am in charge of managing the entire fleet here and knowing where they are and what their status is. And for example, those are going to the NFC, and then America's Mart, and then Atlantis Dos Equis, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, keeping track of the fleet. One thing I want to talk to you guys about tonight, real quick before I get back on the road, is the ELD mandate. So, yes, I have to run an ELD on this truck, even though this is my private truck, private trailer. It is being used for commercial use because we are getting compensated to move these vehicles, and so we have to abide by the commercial laws. And it says anything over 10,001 pounds. In a combination or a straight vehicle, which this truck is a 14,000 pound door placard, and the trailer behind me is 10,000 pounds, so that puts us at 24,000 pounds combo. So we have to run logbooks, and we have to run hours of service and all that kind of good stuff. Just no CDL to run this particular setup. So what I want to show you guys, and a reason why the ELD is such a problem, is I have been sitting in traffic this morning for 2.5 hours. It slowed me down by 2.5 hours to get here. And so now I have set my GPS to go home, and the GPS says it is going to take me 5 hours and 10 minutes to drive in perfect conditions. Now I'm going to switch over here to my Big Road ELD screen, my log, and I am currently taking my break on an off duty, and I have 5 hours and 18 minutes of driving left on the clock, and I have an hour of on duty left on the clock. So I have enough time to fuel up and get food and then get back on the road, really, to make this turnaround. Now this is Gainesville, Florida. It's 375 miles down here, 375 miles back. You can see we are in Gainesville right now. So the problem with the ELD is, used to be, I could take my log, and you guys can say this is wrong or not, but I could take the log and I could come in here and I could go to my daily log, just like this. I could click on view logs, I could click on today's log, and then it gives me all my log points here where I started and so on and so forth. I could go through there and I could take the start time and move the start driving time up by 2 hours and get home with enough time, and everybody would be happy, none the wiser. And that's how a lot of drivers who run paper logs or run digital non-ELD logs, how they do it. So now I am stuck that if I get in any kind of a traffic jam, I'm going to be about 20 minutes from home, and I'm going to run out of time on the clock. So that means I have to stop and sit for 10 hours by law on the clock. And this is why not the ELD needs to change, but the hours of service needs to change. I was delayed by 2 hours in traffic. I should be able to pick those 2 hours back up. I should have a leeway that if I'm within so many miles of my home terminal or my home base, I should have freedom to be able to run back. I mean, the hours of service need to be set somewhere. If you're on a 500-mile trip and you're 20 minutes from home, you should be able to suspend your HOS to get you to your domicile, or to get you to your terminal, or to get you someplace safe. If you run out of hours, they should give you a 30-minute time period to find somewhere safe to stop. And that's why the HOS is going to have to be edited. It's going to have to be overviewed and changed. Now, one thing it does let me do here is what's called personal conveyance. I'm going to go back here real quick, and we're going to go back to the main screen. Here we go. So you can do what's called personal conveyance. So I can click here and I can say personal conveyance, begin personal use, and I can say personal use off duty, and then I can use off duty driving as well. So those are two things that I can do with this system to let me use the system to get home. That's what I plan on doing tonight, is if I get to, run out of hours and run out of time, run out of minutes, I'm going to take the system and put it in personal conveyance and get back to the house, because that, I'm sorry, I'm not going to sit you know, 5 minutes from the house, or I'm not going to sit in Lilburn and I'm going to Loganville and be like, oh, can't go home. I'm not going to do. I'm just going to turn the log to personal conveyance. And if an officer wants to argue with me, then he can argue with me. But that's how I'm going to do it from now on. So, you know, I really want your guys, y'all youth guys. I really want youth guys, y'all's, you peoples, rednecks, all you guys out there. I want y'all to leave some comments. Let me know what you think about the ELD. The ELD's here. It's not going away, guys. But what we can do is we can change the hours of service. So that's what I really want. I think we need, us as drivers, need to focus on. Forget the ELD or me campaign. Change the hours of service. That's the biggest thing that needs to happen. As always, like the channel, subscribe, thumbs up it. If you like it, click the little bell for notifications. And y'all have a happy holidays and a Merry Christmas. I'm sure I'll be posting some stuff between now and Christmas. But hey, you know, life happens. You get busy. Peace.